Yes, miss.
Hi, Kareem. Hi, Leah.
Hi, miss.
Hi, Miss.
Miss,
How are you?
Miss, Miss, did you know that the boys are playing Fortnite?
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Miss, the boys are gaming, except for Hassan Fa'ani. Gabber playing Fortnite. They have been gaming.
Ah, really? Where
They're
are
not
they?
in the meeting.
So send them a
They're
message
playing.
saying that I'm waiting for them.
Okay.
We're going to solve the worksheet and that's it.
Okay, miss.
Miss, we're gonna solve the worksheet that we take it in the school.
Not
Miss,
Yes, what did you say?
Miss Fatim.
Yes.
Miss, are we gonna solve the worksheet that we take it in school?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Hi, miss.
Hi, Lamar. Yalla, we'll start in a minute. Did you send them a message, ya Kareem?
Miss Bawab doesn't have a phone number, so I sent it to Ghadi.
Okay. Did you solve the worksheet?
No, miss.
Okay, so we'll do it now together. If you have any questions, we can stop and talk. Leah and Zamar, you can unmute yourselves. Let's start with question
Miss, can I ask you a question?
Yes, dear.
Miss, just one question before we start. Miss, when we come back to school, are you gonna check all of our worksheets, or are you just gonna give us the exams?
So next time when you come to school, you'll be doing the
Miss?
exam. So I have no time to check the worksheets.
Okay.
Okay, let's start. Question number 1 is about bull sharks.
Okay.
This kind of sharks is the only species, they are the only species that can stay for a long time in a freshwater environment. Females are bigger than the males, and females they keep their babies in their placenta. Gestation lasts for 10 to 11 months. Females give birth in rivers. Their young use the environment as a nursery. What do you think? Are bull shark oviparous animals? Leah, Lamar, and Kareem, you can unmute yourselves. What do we mean
Yes,
by oviparous?
Yes, Miss. There are. Miss, they're oviparous since they give birth and they don't lay eggs.
Kareem, let me tell you something. Oviparous animals are animals that lay eggs. Okay? Oviparous
Okay, so
animals.
it's viviparous.
Oviparous animals.
Sorry,
Animals, they give birth.
They produce by laying.
viviparous animals because they give birth in livings.
Okay, so bull sharks are not oviparous animals since females that give birth in rivers. So don't forget, each time I ask you to determine an answer, you have to tell why. So what should I say right here? Bull sharks
So, Miss, bull sharks
are not
are viviparous since females give birth in rivers.
animals since
Yes.
females excel
Since females give birth in rivers.
in rivers. What's gestation? They said that gestation lasts for 10 to 11 months. What do we
Miss, the
say?
gestation is the time of development. Miss, the gestation is the time of is the time of development of the embryo.
Okay, so Lamar and Leah, when do we say that a female is in gestation? Let's, for example, say Miss Fatin is in gestation. This means what? Miss Fatin is what?
Miss, can you repeat because you are
Yes,
like
because
If, for example,
yeah, because you're done.
they told you Miss Fatin is in gestation. This means that Miss Fatin is
Vivi Paris.
viviparous. This means that Miss Fatin is
Pregnant.
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 Excellent. Miss Fatin is pregnant. So what does Miss Fatin has in her body?
A baby.
baby.
A baby. And what is this baby doing in Miss Fatin's body?
Growing.
Growing. Gestation, you should start with the word period or time. So gestation, it's the time for who? For who?
Development of the embryo.
For the embryo. Excellent, ya Kareem. Before it goes out from its mom's body, we don't call it a baby, we call it an embryo. It's the time for the embryo to grow and develop where? Where? In
The mother's
in
the
the
mother's
mother's
belly.
body. In
The
the
mother's belly.
belly or body. Excellent job. So when we say that a female is in gestation, yani this female is pregnant. Question number 2. Red blood cells are star-shaped that carry oxygen to the body organs. True or false? What do you think?
True.
True. Shula, Mar,
It's
and
true.
Leia. Abdullah is here too.
True. True.
True. So the job of the red blood cells is to move
Yes.
oxygen.
No, Miss, wait.
Is to move oxygen and carbon dioxide inside the body organs. Yes, Lamar, I'm listening. Is this sentence correct?
Miss, what is the star shape? I think the star shape is where the.
Please mute yourself. Is this
Miss,
Abdullah?
I think the star shape.
Yes, Lamar, I'm listening. You're saying what?
I think the star shape is. I think something about the nerve cell. The star shaped.
Excellent. Bravo, ya Lamar. So, red blood cells aren't the star-shaped cells. Nerve cells,
Yeah, because red blood cells are circles.
nerve
Small
cells
circles.
are star-shaped. I'll show you a picture of the red blood cells. Or I can do this. Look, ya Kareem, at the red blood cells. I'm going to put a picture now.
Yes, miss. Just one sec.
These are the red blood cells. Do you think that they have a star shape? Do you think they have a star shape?
No.
No, they have a disc shape, right?
No.
They have a disc shape. They don't have a star shape.
Yes.
Right, Leia?
Yes. Miss,
These are the red blood
this shape,
cells.
the triangle shape, miss, are the ones that miss, you showed us once. The triangle shapes are the ones that cover when you have a cut. It's like that kind of hard skin. You know what I mean?
Yes. So this is
The
false.
one that closes your cut.
I know, platelets. Red blood cells are, what's the shape of the red blood cells? They look like discs. So they are disc-shaped cells
Cornflakes.
that carry oxygen to the organs. So this one is wrong. Red blood cells aren't star-shaped. The paramecium is a unicellular organism that reproduces sexually by binary fission. True or false? Is this true?
Yes, miss, it's
Yes,
true.
miss.
Yes, it's true. What about binary fission?
Yes, I did.
No, it's incorrect, Miss. Miss, binary fission is asexual because Miss, it doesn't
Perfect.
need a sperm.
Bravo. Binary fission is when one cell splits in two. So the participation of two partners isn't required. It's just one cell that splits in two. So this is also wrong. It's not sexually.
Yep.
This is an asexual reproduction. So asexually by
Because
binary,
it just needs
one parent. Do you want me to explain this
Okay.
for you? So
yeah.
look here, Leia. Leia, this is
No,
the
Miss,
No,
it's
parameter.
easy.
it's fine.
Let's say that this is the parameter,
What, Miss?
Leia. Okay? A constriction, there is a line that appears in the middle, and it splits the cell into two daughter cells. Okay? It's
Yes.
just one paramecium that splits into two. Look at these two daughters. How many parents do they have?
Yeah.
We started with how many parents?
One.
One parent. So it's one parent. It's an asexual reproduction. Runners are underground stems that grow a new plant on each node. True or false?
Miss,
Runners, think of the strawberry
true.
plant. Think of the strawberry plant. The strawberry plant
What's the
grows.
question?
Here is the
Again, miss?
sentence. We're talking about this. We're talking about part C. Runners are underground stems
Yeah.
that grow a new plant on each node. And here we're talking about the strawberry plant. Think of the strawberry plant.
True.
This is true. Shulamar,
Yes.
Abdullah, Steiki, what do you think? Is this true?
No, they're not.
Why?
Because the runners, they don't go under the cell. They go above, under the root, under the soil. They go above it.
Excellent. Bravo, ya Lamar. Bravo. So runners don't grow under the ground. They go above the ground. Let me also show you a picture of a runner. The runner of a strawberry plant. Look. Here are the runners. Where do they grow? Where do runners grow?
Above the soil.
They grow above the soil. Wait a bit. Did you see the runners or not yet?
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
I
They're the
saw them.
lines. They're the long lines that come from the big plants to the baby plants.
Good job. So these are the runners. They grow above the ground. So this sentence is wrong. Runners are not underground. They are above ground. Above ground. Okay?
لك وش كان عم بيقول لك هيداك اللي كان قاعد لما نسيبك هيك
لا قال لي انت عشانك عم
mute,
تفكر
mute. Who is this? Mute.
كنت عم تصعب عليك.
Who is this?
حاول غمض عيونك وفكر بشيء ثاني.
سامية عادي ها؟
Yeah, Samia.
Samia, unmute. We can hear you.
Okay. The albumen of a bird eggs, the white part, is it the one that protects and supports the embryo? What's the job of the white part of an egg? Yes. Is it the part that
The white part, Miss, the white part is the part which provides the yolk with
Protein.
water and protein,
Bravo,
right?
bravo. The albumin provides the embryo. It gives the embryo, not the yolk, Kareem. It gives the embryo proteins and water. Okay. Fructification is the union of a sperm with an ovule. Fructification, do we mean by fructification the union of a sperm with an ovule? Kareem, Lamar,
Miss, can you
Leia.
say that again, please?
Fructification.
Yes, ma'am.
Fructification. Is fructification the process
Yes.
of combination
Yes.
of a sperm with an ovule? Is this correct?
True.
This is
Yes, Miss. No, Miss. It's fertilization. It's the union of a sperm with a
fertilization.
cell. Miss, it's
Excellent.
not
Excellent.
fructification.
So it's fertilization. Okay, ya Leia? Fertilization. When a sperm combines with an ovule, we call this fertilization. Question number 3. Pumpkin plants have separate male and female parts. Separate. So are they perfect or imperfect flowers? They're male.
They're imperfect flowers, Miss.
Imperfect. They are
They're separate,
imperfect.
Miss.
Good job. They are
Perfect.
imperfect flowers since the male and the female parts
Are separated.
are separated on the same plant. Yeah, let's put in order the steps of reproduction of a pumpkin plant. What happens first?
An insect sticks to the male's flower.
An insect sticks to the male
insect
flower.
come to the male. Then what
Pollen grains are transferred to the number
Pollen
one.
grains are transferred to the female
pollen
flower.
grains move
The
to
pollen
the
fertilizes the female's egg.
The
then
pollen fertilizes the female egg.
That's right. And the
The
fertilized
fertilized egg develops into a seed.
into a seed. These two, okay. What do we call this step? Give me the name of this step. What do we call it? This is what? When pollen grains move flower. What is this?
Pollination.
Pollination. Excellent, Leia. What
Pollination.
and what do we call this one? This is what? When a pollen fertilizes an egg.
Fertilization.
Bravo, fertilization. Good job. This is fertilization. What is the function of the seed's coat? It's written in the text. The seeds have coats to protect the embryo and contain the nutrients it needs to grow. You can copy this from the
Developing
text.
embryo contains the nutrients into.
Okay, they have coats to protect the embryo and contain the nutrients that the embryo needs. Question number 4. So look, the hydra is an animal. So I will add a picture right here just to make it easier for you to imagine how to get the what a hydra is. Here is the hydra. This is a picture of the hydra. The hydra is an animal that lives in water. And this animal reproduces in 2 ways.
Okay.
This animal reproduces in 2 ways. It can release gametes, which are the sex cells, male sex cells
Buds.
and female sex cells, and then fertilization takes place. Or it can reproduce by budding. So what's budding? Look at the picture.
Budding.
Look at the picture. So we have here a bud.
Miss Budding when releasing this. Yeah, Miss Budding is when releasing a small part of own organ grows on the organ and then it releases it.
That's right. So look, here is the bud growing on the parent, and then when the bud is ready, it leaves. It nip up the base of the hydra and form a separate new individual. So how many parents does this baby hydra have? How many parents does this one have?
One.
One parent. So is this sexual or asexual?
The mom.
What
Asexual.
about asexual? What are the 2 modes of reproduction of the hydra? The first one is what?
It's by releasing buds, gametes, which are the male sex cells.
Okay, so what
and then by buds releasing an.
Is this sexual or asexual?
This is asexual. Asexual.
When we-
Asexual.
when we-
Sexual.
Okay, when we talk about gametes, when we talk about sex cells and fertilization, sexual or asexual?
Yes.
Sexual. Sexual.
Sexual.
Sexual, لأنه we need two kinds of sex cells. So this
We
is
need both
sexual
male and
reproduction.
female sex cells.
The Hydra, you need to explain why. The Hydra
Yes.
releases sex cells, and where does fertilization happen?
And fertilization takes place in the water.
It happens
Yes.
in
The
water.
water.
So this is one. What is the second kind of reproduction that happen?
Asexual reproduction.
Asexual reproduction by
The releasing a nip.
by budding. It's called budding.
So it's like Miss releasing budding. Okay. It's like
No,
Miss
it's by
releasing
making
a
bud.
part of you. The
By
group that
making
was a
bud.
newborn.
Yes, it's a part of the
Yeah.
organism. So what's budding? What is budding? Is it asexual reproduction or asexual reproduction?
Miss budding. An asexual reproduction.
What happens in this asexual reproduction? In which
A small nip
Of
of the microorganism.
to
Small
form
buds.
separate new.
small outpouchings, or we call them buds, of the wall of who? Of
Yes.
the Hydra.
To
Nip off
form
the
separate.
mother.
To form
Miss of the mother.
separate new.
nip off at the base to form separate new organisms. Okay, guys, so look at budding again. Here is the parent. There is a bud growing on the parent's body. This bud grows. When the bud is ready, it leaves the parent's body. Clear? This is an asexual reproduction. So now you know two types of asexual reproduction. What are they? We're talking again about asexual reproduction.
Budding and releasing gametes.
No, asexual ya Kareem. Asexual reproduction.
Releasing gametes. Asexual and sexual.
And
sexual.
Asexual reproduction in animals. Yalla,
What
what are Hala, we saw one type. What is it? What's the type of asexual reproduction?
What
How do hydras reproduce asexually? By what? How do hydras reproduce asexually? By what?
By releasing Miss buds.
Okay, so what do we call this? Give me the name of the process. Instead of saying making buds, what did they call it?
Miss, it's asexual reproduction.
So what did they call it?
Budding.
Budding. So the first one is
Budding.
budding.
Right?
Hydra reproduces asexually by budding. So here I will add the example. It's the Hydra.
Budding.
Okay. Another type of asexual reproduction. Think of bacteria and paramecium. How do they reproduce? Asexually. The paramecium grows larger, then a constriction appears in the middle and splits.
Miss, it cuts in half, Miss. Miss,
Yes.
it cuts in half. I forgot
So what do we call
the
it?
name. Binary fission.
Binary
fission.
Excellent. It's by binary fission. Name some organisms that reproduce asexually by binary fission. Like who?
Paramecium.
Paramecium and bacteria.
Bacteria.
Okay. Last question, which is the easiest one. It talks about reproduction in birds.
Birds, yes.
What
They
are
are oviparous since they lay eggs.
Okay, they are oviparous, they lay eggs. What are the 4 steps of reproduction in birds? First of all, fertilization. The sperm of the rooster fertilizes the eggs inside the ovumes inside the female's body. So where does fertilization happen? Inside
in the egg, outside the female's body.
No,
Oh, I mean inside the female's body.
inside the female's body. So this is 1. Then what does the female do?
Okay. It lays the eggs.
Excellent. So laying the eggs. Then what does the female do? After laying the eggs.
She stays on the egg.
That's right. What do
She
we
just
call
sits
this?
on the eggs.
That's right. What do we call the process of sitting on the eggs?
Gestation.
No, no.
Gestation.
Incubation. Incubation.
Oh,
And
incubation. Okay.
after 21
Incubation,
days,
okay.
what happens?
The egg hatches.
That's right, hatching of the eggs. So these are the 4 steps of reproduction in chickens, birds. Okay, first of all, fertilization happens in the eggs.
Yeah.
In the chicken's body. The chicken lays the egg. She sits on them. This is incubation. And after 21 days, the eggs hatches. Yeah, let's start. What's A? What's A?
A, miss.
It's the yolk. Perfect. What's B?
Cell membranes.
Shell membrane.
Yes,
Bravo.
shell membrane. No, it's the albumin, I think.
No, B
Oh,
is
yeah,
the shell membrane. C.
Albumin.
Albumin. Bravo. Albumin. They didn't ask you
C?
about this, but I will.
Albumin, yeah.
What is this called?
Germ. The shell.
This is the shell. It's called the shell.
The shell, miss.
This is the shell of the egg. Okay,
Yeah.
where a developing embryo gets its food?
The developing embryo
The yolk
gets it
gives
from
the
the
embryo
shell.
food. The
The
albumin
shell,
gives
the
its water and protein.
From the yolk. Bravo. Is this Keiki? Wala Abdullah?
No, Abdullah.
Good job, ya Abdullah. So the embryo gets its food from the yolk. The embryo gets the food it needs from the yolk.
Yes.
Where does it get water?
And the
protein?
albumin gives it water and protein.
Good job. The albumin
And get
Albumin.
the albumin.
with water and protein. What about, let's say, we
And
will finish
protein.
with this.
Proteins.
We will finish with this as extra information. Tell me. What do shell membranes do? The shell membranes, what do they do?
I forgot.
What do
No,
shell
I don't
membranes
even think that I know.
Yes, you know. We talked about it in question number 2.
Shell membrane.
And I think you said it. The shell membranes, this dark black membrane covering the egg.
Miss, shell membrane, it gives the air that passes through the tiny holes of the shell. I think.
No. Shell membrane protect and support.
It keeps out bacteria and dust.
The developing embryo. It protects the developing embryo. What about the shell? Halla ya Kareem. The shell. Let's.
The shell, it gives the air that passes through the tiny holes of the
Lets
shell.
oxygen
Listen, it also protects the
pass through
it also protects the embryo.
to the embryo. The shell membrane protects the embryo, ya Lamar, and the shell lets oxygen pass through for the embryo to breathe. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we're done. Do you still have any questions about the worksheet? Take a look on it. Do you have any questions?
So easy.
Explain anything.
No.
Okay. Don't
No
forget
questions.
هون عندنا runners is a type of asexual reproduction in plants. بس عندي كمان rhizomes وعندي bulbs. وعندي have rhizomes, bulbs, tubers,
Okay.
وش بعد cutting. هدول asexual reproductions in plants.
Miss.
طيب وعندي different cells
Okay.
like blood cells, nerve cells, muscle cells, and that's it. For any questions, you can send me private messages or you can talk on the group. Any questions?
No.
No.
Okay.
Bye bye, day ones. We're done.
Bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye. Good luck.
You too.
Bye.
For any